For me, it started probably in my mid-20s. So I was always involved in student government from the 5th grade on. It was always something that really appealed to me. My parents spent a lot of time when I was a child, pretty much over every dinner that we had for about 2 hours a night, talking about domestic politics and foreign affairs and their jobs. And so from there, I just sort of gained an interest in how could I get involved in my community? How could I really make a change? And so from my perspective, that always was just a part of my value system that carried all the way from middle school to high school through college. And then when I got into kind of young adulthood, I really kind of developed a very intense interest in civic engagement, and that's what led me to running for the city council in the first place. It was just kind of a culmination of all of those years and all of the lessons that my parents taught me, and I just really wanted to see if I could take my public service to the next level. I was a camp counselor, and I own a college day camps in New Rochelle, New York. First year, I didn't get paid, so it was actually true community service being a counselor in training. The subsequent years, I did get paid. From my perspective, that's a job that always really sticks with me, and I really, sometimes I wish I could still do that job and be a camp counselor in the summers. My job as mayor now is a little bit too all-consuming to do that, but at the same time, I'm always very envious of people who still tell me they have the opportunity to be camp counselors in the summer. I think that a lot of those experiences, being a camp counselor, working as a customer service representative at Blockbuster Video, even the jobs that I had waiting tables immediately out of college, those jobs were all very helpful in terms of learning how to sort of deal with the public in various different requests. Some people like their steak cooked well done. Some people want a steak medium rare. So it's the same cut of meat, but people just want it cooked in a different way. And if you don't nail the exact temperature of that meat, someone's probably going to send the food back. That's a lot of what doing these kinds of jobs is all about. It's recognizing that we all want the same basic things. I mean, we want to live in a nice, safe neighborhood and a place where we can enjoy our parks and with a vibrant downtown and sort of a great school system. But everyone sometimes wants things a little bit different. It's not that they're bad people or anyone is evil. I choose not to look at the world that way. I choose to always believe that people are well-intentioned and trying to do the right thing and trying to be good. But it just might mean, though, we have very different ways of going about things and very different philosophies. And I guess my job as mayor is to sort of merge all of those things and try to do the best I can for the most amount of people. What made me decide to do it was just wanting to get more involved in the community. I really, after coming to graduate school at Arizona State University, fell in love with the city of Tempe, fell in love with ASU, and really wanted to stay. My initial plans when I moved out here were really to get my degree in a couple of years and then move on somewhere else to go get a PhD. That was my original plan. That all changed when I got to Tempe, Arizona, and really fell in love with the city and the people who live here. And so I, made the decision that I wanted to plant some roots and get involved in the political world, which was something that I'd always wanted to do. Public service was always a huge sort of theme in my life. And so I just sort of decided that, when I got into my mid to late 20s, that was the right time to take that next step. I would encourage everyone to go into public service. And public service can mean a whole different variety of things, quite honestly. It could be from what I'm doing right now in the actual world of politics, but it could also be joining a city board or commission. There's tons of nonprofits in our community that do things ranging from affordable housing to human services to youth issues. I would encourage people to get involved in those. But basically, I tell people that public service is all about finding your passion and what really makes you tick, and then getting involved in it. There are nonprofits and boards and commissions in this city for everyone with every conceivable interest, and we really just encourage people to get involved. You really can make a huge difference in your community by connecting with one of those nonprofits or a board that's dealing with a specific issue that happens to be your passion.